about the 80s?
Alrighty.
This week in the 80s, lots of shows premiered.
Okay.
Which they don't really have premieres anymore.
No, they don't, right? I miss those days. September was awesome because all the new shows would come out.
Yeah, now it's like, what's on? Oh, wait, they're streaming.
Yeah.
And a lot of these 80s shows didn't last more than one season. Like 1982, you were like 6.
Yeah, I was
don't
6.
remember.
Wow.
The Powers of Matthew Starr on NBC.
I do not remember that.
Don't remember it.
No, you're not me.
I remember it just a little bit.
A little
I
bit.
know that they had Louis Gossett Jr.
Well, there you go. Oh, I love him. Iron Eagle, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One of my favorite shows of all time is Iron Eagle, so we can talk. Yeah, absolutely.
That
Wow.
appeared on this day in 82. And then we had other things like Head of the Class.
Oh, I do remember Head of the Class. Yes.
Yes.
They're to get the kids into school. Yeah, that was a fun show.
Howard
I don't remember that.
Johnny Fever.
Yes.
WKRP.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
I do remember that one. In fact, that one ran 5 seasons.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, but it did have that creepy Dan Snyder in it.
It did.
Yeah.
He's part of the Nickelodeon group, right?
Yeah, he wound up developing shows for Nickelodeon, but he also did wrong things to Amanda Bynes.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I hate the situation of Amanda Bynes because when my daughters were little, that was like, she was, she's the man. All her shows, the Nickelodeon show, everything about, they loved Amanda Bynes, and to see what has happened to her and to those who enabled and participated in that, shame on you. If that's you, Dan, shame on you. Yeah, it's just awful.
She didn't have anybody on in her corner, and like, look at her now, and mental illness, shaved her head.
Absolutely.
She's kind of living in obscurity. And,
Yeah, that's sad. I don't like
kind of
that.
sad. How about this? Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon, premiered in '83.
Right. Everybody loved
I don't remember. I don't think I know that one.
Now talking about all this.
Yeah, that wasn't until about '84.
84. Okay.
Garfield,
yes. Garfield.
I remember Garfield. Oh my! I love Garfield.
Yeah, and everybody wanted a cat then, right?
They did.
Now it's all dogs, but back then Garfield was the man.
A big what's the golden cat? What are they called? A tabby?
Yeah, tabby cat.
Yes. Tabby cat. I got up at 6 o'clock, a 7-year-old, to watch the Smurfs.
Oh wow! I like the
Smurfs. I don't know if
Smurfs.
I should admit that on the radio. I may lose my man card, but everybody loved the Smurfs. How much Father Papa Smurf and Brainy and all of them. I love the Smurfs, and I even like the movies since they fit out. Like, I'm a girl dad. I've had 3 girls, so every time the Smurfs were coming out, the movies, I was like, hey, let's go, and so love the Smurfs.
I love the movies,
good
guys.
TV shows in the 80s. We actually have somebody asking for some legal advice.
Okay.
You can always write us, email us at asknoble@tylermedia.com, or
you can go to our website at www.mcintyrelaw.com, and our phone number is 405-777-7000.
this has to do with a neighbor and a fence.
Oh, boy.
The wood is rotted and has fallen over twice already.
Oh.
I have used my own money continuously to maintain the fence. The next door property is a rental, and they have contacted the rental management company. They've done that. They keep saying that they're waiting for estimates on the fence. But this person has actually had several estimates, 3 estimates already at their own expense. So, it doesn't seem like the rental company is really waiting for that. And they haven't absorbed the full cost of the repair. What actions can this person take to get this fence replaced? Now, their understanding is that Oklahoma law says repair and replacement should be split equally between property owners, and any advice that you have would be great.
All right, yeah, and he is correct as to the law. It usually is shared. Now, there are exceptions within the law, and so, if he was my client, I'd ask him a few more details on that. But assuming that is the case, that is typically the law. And so I'm going to give 2 areas of advice here. One area is going to be what I call the practical area, and the other one's I'm going to tell you what you can do. And we'll start with that. You can file a lawsuit theoretically, okay? And as to the repairs you've made on the fence, keep track of your bills, your receipts, and those type of things, simply because your word is just your word. The courts, they want to see proof of that, right? Take pictures when you do things. Show the repair, show the necessity of it, and you know, you theoretically could have a lawsuit. Well, you see people who family members passed away, and there was this $100 picture they loved. Let's say they will spend $10,000 fighting over that with lawyers, paying lawyers to fight over that $100 picture. And I get it has sentimental value, but we're talking in this case a fence. So what is the actual cost of replacing that fence? You could get to a net negative drain on your economics by simply fighting it and paying lawyers that you could have paid the fence and had it done and give them more of an opportunity to do the right thing. And so when you're dealing with that, you have to balance the economics of it, because again, they can be hundreds of hours. And so when you get outside that realm, that insurance realm, personal injury and wrongful death and law and that type of thing, if you can work it out, that is usually advantageous, because it can cost you money. You know, you just have to ask yourself, is it worth the time and effort? If it's a huge fence, then maybe yes. But you have to balance all those things.
Critical thinking, you gotta do that. You gotta do that.
Absolutely. Emotionally, people in trouble in these situations. They emotionally go out there and I'm going to sue. I'm going to exercise my rights, and I'm all for that if that's the path you choose. But sometimes patience is the best part of discretion in those situations. Just give every opportunity to do the right thing, and if they don't, then you can pursue that. But assuming it's less than $7,500, which is the little magic number they put out there, you can do it yourself in small claims court, but have your I's dotted and T's crossed. You just can't go in there and say, I did it. Have that proof.
Good advice, as always, Jeremy Thurman, McIntyre Law. Thank you so much for being here.
Yep, it's Jeremy Thurman on KOMA for McIntyre Law. We always love when an 80s weekend pops up, because that means Jennifer Lee and Noble McIntyre. But Noble McIntyre hasn't been on for 2 weeks. But we have Jeremy Thurman to fill in for Noble until he comes back. But thank you guys for listening to the radio with me and listening to Jeremy Thurman and Jennifer Lee.